Imagine being disowned by your maker, James Bertram, but soon becoming the hero of Earth. Far long ago, this was the case for Franco Mustard, who has a big heart and only has hope.
Our story starts off with James Bertram, who's the creator of this WCN universe. He's the creator of a militia and huge monsters who take over the WCN. Bertram creates monsters and warriors for his militia, and one of those people he created was Franco Mustard. Franco Mustard failed him. Mustard was small and did not have any special powers like any other soldier. So then, what he did was, he disowned Franco because he did not have the right powers and he did not develop quick enough to be in his militia. So what he did was he put him in a portal and he transferred him to the land of Earth.
So Franco, brother of Dijon Mustard, both created by James Bertram on WCN. What they didn't know that with Franco would turn out to be the world's greatest dancer, professional wrestler, and would spear his enemies down. Franco is important to Earth's society, and he symbolizes hope, even though they don't know it yet. So Franco was teleported to Earth from James Bertram because of the lack of powers. Society doesn't know his purpose, but they will soon learn the name.
Franco, while on Earth, he begins to notice that his powers are starting to come in. His hands start to grow red. He's starting to become the warrior he was supposed to become. But the only thing was, he still wasn't in the greatest shape. He wasn't bulky, but he started to notice that he was something special. And let's just say, one day, he was in Times Square in New York City, and the Mafia was after a man by the name of Ichabod Curry. Alright, so this man was running from the Mafia, and then one of the Moffs, they tried to shoot him. What happened was Franco dove in front of the bullet, caught it with his hand, flipped it, he drop kicked him, and while drop kicking him, he said, "It's time to taste Franco's mustard." And he was unconscious. Here comes the police, they arrest him, he's done.
All right.
Oh, and also, after more and more and more heroic acts all around the world, people in America start to love this man. They call him Mr. America. He captivates the American culture. He captivates the American society. They love Franco Mustard. It even got so big that he went into Good Morning America and he showed off all his skills, in particular his dancing, because he's the world's greatest dancer as well.
Okay, so James Bertram, he realizes that Franco is starting to become a hero, so he sends his best assistant, King William, to end his career. Whenever he tracks him down, he screams, "What kind of name is Franco Mustard?" And then anyways, he gets body slammed back to WCN, where he's useless and paralyzed. So now, after that news of King William, Bertram's pretty angry. So he tries to send his brother, Dijon Mustard, to take care of him. And Dijon tracks him down at a Yankees game.
Dijon begins to laugh hysterically right outside of Yankee Stadium, and he calls him a failure. Franco then says, "Am I the villain, or are you the villain for taking over your own people of WCN and disowning me?" They have a prolonged fight, and it ends in the middle of Yankee Stadium, right near home plate during the 4th inning. Franco takes the bat and slams it over Dijon's head, knocking him out. The place erupts and starts to cheer Franco Mustard, since you know they already know him.
Franco, he feels that his responsibilities are for one man and one man only, and that is his destiny to save Earth.
What happens next is Bertram decides he wants to send down his biggest, the most strongest, the most revered, militiaman. He sends down this man by the name of Cyborg Custer. He tries to strike him, but Franco dodges it. He then finds a table, lights some kerosene, he puts a match on it, and lights a fiery table, he puts him through it, and he's severely damaged. This infuriates Bertram. So what he does is, he takes his own blood, Dijon Mustard, and he sends him to Earth. I mean, not wrong part. What happens is, Bertram has to send himself to Earth. So what happens is, Bertram, he goes through this wormhole, through this portal, and he sends himself right into New York City to fight his own creation that he thought failed him, but meanwhile, it really didn't. And what happened was Bertram steps in, and he starts to fight Franco. And Franco is on the defense most of the fight because Bertram is not only the leader of the WCN, he's a god. He's a god amongst men. And what happens is Franco is losing consciousness because he has him in his chokehold, and all of a sudden, Dijon Mustard hits him with a baseball bat right in the head. He turns on his creator and joins forces with his brother, Franco Mustard. And what happens is they end James Bertram. They destroy James Bertram. They don't send him back to the WCN. They send him to a portal, to the WCN underworld, aka Hell. And there he will rot forever. And what happens after this is Franco and Dijon go back to WCN and they destroy all the militia. And what happens is they restore peace and prosperity to the WCN universe, and they come back to Earth and they restore peace and prosperity to Earth as well. And there is world peace.
So that is the legend of Franco Mustard.
All right. Thank you very much.